Hello and welcome to the Molloy season recap. Today I'm here with head women's tennis coach Glenn Nathan. Glenn, thanks for sitting down with me.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's great to be here, and hopefully we'll talk about basics and go forward with everything, and we'll get to know everybody.
Yeah, we've been looking forward to doing this interview for a little while. So a lot of us in the Molloy Athletic Department, we know you. We see you a lot. We interact with you a lot. But a lot of the people in the Molloy community may not know you, brand new coach this season. Can you give us a little bit of background on yourself and your coaching in the past?
Sure. So real quickly, I graduated from Sachem High School. I was a baseball player, big baseball player, and picked up tennis, and next thing I know, that was my passion. I had a great coach, and I think that's influenced my coaching at Sachem High School, who talked about you could be a McEnroe in those days, or Connors, or you could just enjoy playing, or you could teach, or you could be a coach. And with that, it gave me the passion. And so I started as an assistant tennis pro at a club on Long Island, and from there I moved. I went to Adelphi University, where I played for Adelphi. I also did play for Suffolk Community College too. I was a walk-on at Adelphi with a tennis scholarship, and from there, after I finished my eligibility, I actually was an assistant coach at Adelphi. And then kept teaching on and off, and I started over at Old Westbury, and I was there for a little bit as an assistant coach, Southampton College as the head men's and women's coach, St. Joseph's College, where I was there for 16 years, Suffolk Community College, where I was there for 3 years. And just, it's funny because being at a school for 16 years was a great experience. We had NCAAs that we went to. I met some unbelievable, young men and young ladies that I'm still friends with. Suffolk, again, where I graduated from, it was great. We were runners-up, and I had some national champions. And it just fit where I was actually going to retire. And I got the call, and next thing I know, I'm here at Molloy, and I can't tell you how proud I am to be here at Molloy.
Yeah, we're really happy to have you here. Like you mentioned, your first season here at Molloy. Coming into this program, it's been established for about 20 seasons, but they really haven't hit their stride yet just as far as results. What can you do from a coaching perspective to make the program take that next step?
So I truly believe going into Division II, and that's new to me, and I certainly had a nice education this year. But you know what? We have some great tennis players on Long Island, right, who really are looking for college opportunities. And I think to build our program, we need to first, let's get some of those Long Island players, bring them here. And not that we don't have them here already, but I still think we need to reach out to the community a little bit more, and the coaches, and bring those players in and then mix them with some of our foreign players. And with that, the most important thing is it's a team. Tennis is an individual sport. USTA tournaments. I'm looking for players who have played those tournaments, but also understand that you could win, but you just lost if the whole team lost. And the goal is let's make a team atmosphere, and let's build on that.
So speaking about your team, this year in your first year, you guys went 1-8, but a lot of people look at a tennis record and look at the stats and say that's where you are. But you as a coach, what have you seen this season, anything that's highlighted to you that people don't see on the stat sheet?
It's funny because you do look at numbers and you say, oh, you lost. But as I'm walking every match and I'm going back and forth and on changeovers talking to our players, they're in that match to compete. They're there not just saying, okay, I'm giving up, I'm losing. And every time there's a changeover, primarily they're listening to me. We're trying to get better. We're trying to do the right things. Whether it's telling them, you've already hit every shot to the forehand, you need to work the backhand. And then you see on that changeover, you see them starting to work the backhand. So to be able to execute what I let them know on those changeovers, that's the growth I'm looking for. And, when you look at some of our wins, our number 2, Camilla, she had 3 matches where she won in the 3rd set. That's not giving up. And those little things, Hannah, towards the end, started winning, had 2 matches in a row, also in doubles too. Once you look at that, you say, you know what, we're moving forward. And I truly believe that execution is where we're going to build.
And I think it's from an execution standpoint, you have their ear, like they're listening to what you're saying on the court, back and forth, like you said, going from the forehand to the backhand, which is great. And you guys end the season with a victory at the Uville.
Yep.
Now, taking that momentum, what can you do going forward in the spring semester, then going into next season with that win?
So with that win, I think, one, it gave everyone the realization that, you know what, we can win. All right? And it also showed that they could close out matches. The biggest thing in tennis is you might get up, but how do you close out that match to be, again, the winner at the end? I think we proved to ourselves that even when it was close, we were able to close it out. Now what we need to do is we really need to work on getting back to basics. We really need to, what are you doing on the court as in court sense? And I think with that win, everyone felt, wow, we could have probably gotten to the playoffs if we weren't missing, unfortunately, a person. And I think it gave them that positive reinforcement to move forward. The spring is going to be mixed. Everyone's going to have to do a lot of their own individual working out, as I also coordinate some tennis time, a couple of matches I'm looking to right now. But I just want everyone working on their own because they saw what we could do.
So now moving forward, what can Molloy Lions fans expect from this team underneath your tutelage in the future?
You know what we want? First of all, we want to bring more players in. We want to talk about the education of Molloy, and that's why we're bringing in. I always say one thing, that tennis is a vehicle. All right. So if I can bring in the people here with tennis as a vehicle, but for you to come to school, I'm really going to be out hard on Long Island recruiting, looking for people to bring in, and let's make this what we are. We are a Long Island college where we have great educational opportunities. Our athletics are second to none. I mean, just look at where we're at right now, and I want people to see we're building from the community and bringing other people in.
All right, Glenn, thank you very much for sitting down with me. We'll wrap up the Molloy season recap, and we'll speak to Glenn next year.